Alright, I think I finally got this. Alright, let's see. Maybe I could zoom in. Oh, I could zoom in too. Alright, we're going to keep it like that. Hopefully everything goes good. Now I'm just going to load it on my computer. Give me 1 second. Because I can't, like, I'm using my cell phone with this. So, because I'm using my cell phone with for the live, I'm using my computer to actually pull up the stream itself. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That should be working now. Alright, cool. So, let's see. Is it working? Alright. So there's just a little latency in the entire video. But overall, it's looking pretty good. Let me see. Alright, so y'all can hear me. Alright, man. So right now I'm actually building the Deathscythe Hell, and I'm only going to do this for an hour, so at 6:40 I'm going to be pretty much done. Now I'm building the Deathscythe Hell. It's the Dragon Momoko version, so I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but it's so far what I've built, it's different. I can definitely say that. It's a tighter kind of fit, so all the joints are like very very tight, which isn't a bad thing. There's a lot of issues with like the parts kind of coming together. I don't think the parts are that. I mean, this is a knockoff kit, but the parts are kind of like loose in some areas, or some of them are too tight, or some don't want to fit at all. But as of right now, I got the body head and one arm done, so I'm aiming to build one more arm. I'm not building this primarily as like my main suit. I'm just kind of building this strictly for the live stream. So I might build this next week on the live stream. It'll probably be like a Sunday instead of a Monday, because today I got a little extra time off from work. Now what I am building is the Barbatos, the 1/100 Barbatos Lupus. I don't know if y'all can see it that well. Give you a better angle at it. But right now I am building this bad boy, and it looks amazing. I love the silver. I've never been much of a silver kind of guy. Like, I don't know. I never got into like silver looking Gundams. I don't even think I have a Gundam that's silver. No, I have the SD Unicorn, the Unicorn Knight or whatever. That one's silver. But right now, like, I'm loving the way this suit looks, and I'm built. The legs are painted up, so I gotta just put the at least one of the legs on, and then I gotta build the other leg, and then I gotta build the waist and everything else, and then there's gonna be a lot of decaling and a lot of painting and such. But just wanted to show y'all what I'm truly working on. This is kind of just a filler. So I guess I'll just kind of start talking as I build. Let's see, F. I got these parts kind of scattered around, so I gotta look where F is. I think F is down here. And that is F. Cool. This is exactly what I needed. Alright. So what I'm currently like what's in my cart. That's kind of like what the title of this whole thing is what's in the cart. What's in the cart is essentially what I'm planning to buy come next month, or what I'm just planning to buy in general. Let's see what I got so far. I got I got the Atlas Gundam from Thunderbolt, the high grade. Definitely want to build that because I love the high grade. I think that's an amazing looking suit. So I definitely would like to get that in my collection, because I really love the Atlas suit ever since I first seen it in the manga. So I definitely just want to go ahead and get that into my collection if possible. The next thing that I have in my collection, or the next thing that's in the cart, is I got two Gundam Dandelions. The reason I'm buying two is because I really love the like the whole extra like armaments. It kind of reminds me of Gundam Age. So man, like it reminds me of how like Titus and the Spallo and all that. I definitely want it because it reminds me of the Age suits, and I think it looks just fantastic. All in all. But yeah, I'm getting 2 of the dandelions just so I can go ahead and get the one with the arms connected onto it, and then the arms as like a backpack unit. So I don't buy two kits, like 2 of the same kit simultaneously. I usually kind of just wait, and I'll get it like at a later time frame. But really couldn't wait for this one. I just had to immediately buy it. Don't need this one. Need this one right here. But yeah, and plus anything that's like Iron Blood Orphans to me is fantastic. Like I just love IBO kits altogether, and I got a whole bunch that I'm going to be talking about in this live chat. But yeah, let's see what else. Another kit that I have in the cart that's I'm going to be buying. Like all these guns I just mentioned, I'm buying probably Wednesday or Thursday. So these are, I'm just going to go ahead and that's going to be my main purchase for the month of June. So throughout June, I won't be buying any other kits except for these 4. And the 4th one is the Master Grade Justice Gundam. Now I probably won't even get these kits in June. I'm probably going to get them in. I'm going to go ahead and guess in July because of the shipping and everything. And a lot of times, like my hobby store actually gets it, at a pretty decent time. Like they get it pretty early. But I decided I'm going to go ahead and just purchase it on at Gundam Planet because I shop at Gundam Planet. That's what I like to do. But yeah, those are the kits I'm going to be buying this year. Well, not this year. Wow, this month for the month of June, and that's it. Now, what is already on the way? I do have a couple of purchases that I bought some time ago, and I'm definitely ready for these kits to actually come in. Now, one of the kits is the Kamara's Vidar. I was really on the fence about it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to really buy the kit. It looked kind of funky, to be honest. Like I didn't really care for like those black legs, and then I don't know, the colors just kind of look weird, and I don't know, like I wasn't feeling it at first, especially the double shields. I don't know, it just looked really weird altogether. But I decided, hey, let me go ahead and take a couple more looks at it before I just go ahead and dismiss it altogether. And sure enough, like I actually really liked the way it looked, especially when it came on screen in the anime. And ultimately, that was kind of like my buying point. I was like, hey, like I think I really like this kid enough that I'm gonna go ahead and purchase it. Now I'm not gonna paint it, or I'm not really gonna do too much extra to it. I'll just do like my basic, probably some basic weathering, just do a top coat and some detail painting in certain areas, but all together, like the suit's not going to get much love or treatment overall. But yeah, so the Kamara's Vidar is going to be on its way. Now the next kit that's actually that I purchased was the Gundam. I think it's Vul. It's a Vual. I'm actually going to be buying. I already bought it, so it should be coming at a decent rate. I was actually hoping by the end of this month, but because I bought it like maybe like 2 to 3 weeks ago with the bundle. So I think they're just waiting for all the Gundams to fully be released for the month of May, and then they're gonna go ahead and get released. But for the Gundam Vol, that's the one that has like the giant hammer. It's black and purple. I love that color scheme. Black and purple has always been kind of like kind of like one of those suits that color schemes that it's just like, man, like it's gorgeous. So definitely decided to go ahead and buy that. And whenever it gets here, I was thinking about painting it, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and leave it as is. I'll just do some good detailing to it to really make it pop. Because I mean, if you look at some of the Gundams I have built that are straight builds, I built some that don't even look like straight builds. They look mostly like what should we call it, uh, like painted builds. So I'm kind of just doing the same thing to this one. Let's see, C11. All right, and then another kit that is pretty much with that entire bundle is the Gundam. I think it's Swartz Ritter. I think that's how you pronounce it. The Swartz Ritter, I think looks pretty awesome. Well, I don't know if it was me messing up or I think the company Dragon Mocha messed us up. Kind of has C3, C1, C3. Yeah, I don't know if this is me messing up or if it was the thing, but now these parts, like the numbers are kind of weird in correspondence to the runner. But like I was saying, the Swartz Ritter. I love the Cathedral Gundam, which it's based off of, and then the Nile Gundam, which I think the Nile Gundam is a completely different suit. I don't think it was directly built from the Swartz. I think what happened was they took the plans or like the blueprints in the manga from I don't know if it was Kawaguchi or whoever the Majin whatever. I think they stole the plans from the original like builder and then created the Denal Gundam based off that, but kind of in a more martial arts way. I think that might be the case, but whether it is or isn't, I'm still getting Sword Shrew because I think it's not, honestly, it's not my favorite out of all three of them. The Cathedral is probably my favorite. I love the Cathedral. I love everything about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get the Cathedral, not the Cathedral. Wow. I'm gonna get the Swords, and then it's just gonna be kind of added to my collection because it looks cool, and yeah, I really want the kit in my collection. And mostly just anything like Build Fighters related is like an instant buy, but not everyone, but almost anyone. All right. I'm about to run out of things to talk about as soon as I start this thing. But the next kit that is in my that's well not in mine, but the next kit that is on the way with everything else is the Full Mechanics Vidar. I really wanted that kit, and I kind of didn't know exactly if I was going to go ahead and get it immediately or if I was going to wait on it. So I did wait on it for a little while, and then all of a sudden I was like, hey, like I really do want this suit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it with the rest of my stuff, and now it's gonna be on its way. But yeah, that's that's pretty much it. So those four are in one package all together. So when it gets here, it's gonna be like I'm gonna be hearing from Sachiko like, why'd you buy all these kits? We're moving soon, and I'm like, but I needed it. So she'll understand, hopefully. And then I have one more suit that I just recently purchased that's going to be on the way, and that's the real grade Astray Mana or Astray Gold Frame Amatsu Mina. Now it's already built because someone built it and they had everything with it. It was just like a clean build. So I was like, hey, like how much for it? He said $19. Like, hey, like $19 really isn't that bad of a price. So I just decided, hey, like I'm gonna go ahead and buy it. I really do like. I like the Astray. I'm actually in the middle of painting one right now. I just haven't finished it. I kind of got just the upper body with the arms and head. I got all that taken care of. So I was working on one of the legs, and that was like what 4 months ago, and I just went ahead and decided to stop building it. But I do want to get back into building that one because it's a 1/100 scale, and I think I was doing really good in the paint job. I mean, I still am doing good in the paint job. And now they got that. I don't know if it's. I think it's Dragon Momoko. They're building the. They're going to be shipping out the 1/100 metal build kind of plastic model version. It's like I really want it, but at the same time, I don't know. Like I'm already happy with my 1/100, so either A, I can sell the 1/100 I'm building now, like just finish it up, paint it and everything, sell it for a pretty decent price, and use that money to buy the metal build version, and then just build that one straight up because it doesn't look like it's gonna need paint at all. Like it actually looks pretty good. But yeah, that's those are the 5 kits I have that are on the way currently. All right, and then I do have a wish list. Now all these kits that are in my wish list aren't like necessarily. Actually, none of them are coming out in the near future. They're already out or they're sold out. But they're pretty much out right now. I do have the. I do want the Real Grey 00 Quant full saber. I am begging for that suit. I would thoroughly love to have that in my collection. I didn't get the regular real grade quant because I don't know. I just really didn't want it. It looked pretty cool, but I was like, I can pretty much live without it. And sure enough, I can. I can definitely live without it. However, I'm a sucker for the full saber, and I figured that they're gonna release like a full saber, type attachment to it, whether it be bootleg or not. And with me having experience building the master grade full saber parts, and I mean I built I think it was the Hobby Dinky, the high grade kind of components. After building that, I was just like, yeah, like I don't really want to buy like a third party ever again, nor do I want to buy a hobby magazine version since you really need to add a lot of paint to it. So I was like, like I'm just not gonna get this Quant, the real grade. I'm fine without it. And then sure enough, they go ahead and they announce a P Bandai full saber, and I'm kind of ready to buy it now. Like I'm like, oh, I really want it so bad. But yeah, that's kind of like one of the things that's on my wish list. I mean, I know the price is gonna be ridiculous, and I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna get it anytime soon. Like I'm talking like maybe another year or two. I can kind of wait. I don't desperately need it in my collection. Plus, with me moving constantly, at least within the next 10 years, I'm probably gonna be moving at least 3 more times in the next 10 years. So I can't keep moving all my Gundams. So what I'm probably just gonna do is leave a lot of my Gundams over at Japan because Sachiko's family has like a family room and like an extra room and such. And I don't think they're using that room. So me and Sachiko's already talked and probably just gonna use it for all my Gundams and like hobbies and such. Because we're gonna have like the kids' room, we're gonna have our room, and then one's gonna be a hobby room. And yeah, I'm just planning on putting all my Gundams into one room and just essentially leaving all of them there. Now, I'm trying to get this. It's like some extra plastic that's kind of sticking out. And but yeah, like I was saying, so essentially I want to start sending all my Gundams over to Japan pretty much constantly, like maybe one entire shelf like every year, or maybe like 20 kits a year or something like that. Maybe like 25 kits a year. Just send them all in like one big box, and then whenever I take trips, or even if Sachiko, no, I don't really want her to mess around with the Gundams, just in case she breaks it. But I'll just go ahead and like whenever I go there for vacation, just slowly start setting up all my Gundams. I got all these like glass cases that I want to send over there as well, and not constantly keep moving them around. Um, but yeah, I want a nice room over there for my Gundams. They have one room that has like a window, and it'd be perfect for airbrushing because I'm gonna get an airbrush out there, and I might even start doing like once I get my skills really up there in the next 10 years, start doing like commissions and such. Because I wouldn't mind like you know building a Gundam and then selling it like you know just right off the bat. I think that would be pretty cool. And combination of like doing commissions for Gundams, being an English teacher, and then YouTube. Like I think that would be a pretty easy life, and then also have my retirement from the military. Because Lord knows I want my retirement from the military. That's what all this is working towards. Like all the work I put into on a daily basis, it's just to retire. Right. And the next kit that's pretty much on my wish list, because I do have multiple on my wish list. The next one is the Master Grade Prototype Gundam, so the ARC 78-1. I think it uses um, the 2.0 frame, if I'm not mistaken. But overall, like I've always loved the Prototype Gundam. I love like seeing different versions of it, like whether it's people doing customized builds on the 3.0, or if they're doing like the 1 year war version or even the Verka, like I've always loved the prototype color scheme, like that kind of gray, or some people just do like a white and black, but I've seen a lot more gray and black, and I think that just looks fantastic. And I would love to have it very like dark and gritty, maybe even like weathered. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've been really wanting as far as the RX-78 kits is a prototype. But I do have the 2.0 in my collection, and I was kind of thinking about just painting the prototype myself because I figured like I can make a really good paint scheme out of it anyways. Because that's what I was thinking. But I decided I'm gonna keep that 2.0 and just build the RX kind of just normal. But I can always just buy like another 2.0 or even a 3.0 for that matter, and then just paint it and essentially save a lot of money. But we'll see. We'll see how I think about that. I'm trying to get this piece off. Oh, another thing is I got the God Hands. I finally went ahead and bought these suckers, and I got them for an actual reasonable price for about $35. And they cut like butter. Like I can't recommend these cutters high enough. Like I don't know, if you can afford it, then definitely get it because they instantly replaced my other nippers that I had. But just helps with the building process. That is all. All right, and the next kit I have on the wish list is the GM Sniper 2 White Dingo. Obviously this is another one I can just go ahead and buy the regular Sniper 2 and then paint it, in the White Dingo colors. But the White Dingo Master Grade actually comes with different weapon sets, and that's kind of like what I'm really going for, is just having like two different GM snipers that have different loadouts. So I'm not gonna get it anytime soon. Like, I mean, for one, it's sold out at Gundam Planet, so can't get it from there anyways. And eBay is kind of expensive as well, so I'm not really like trying to go on eBay and get that one as well. Like, if I'm gonna get anything on eBay, I'll probably get like the I've been wanting the Gundam. What was it called? It's the one from the Bill Fighter stories, like the Influx. Yeah, Gundam Influx. Maybe it's called like the High New Influx. It's like a gray black suit, and it has like two giant cannons on its back with like big ass wings. But that's one of the suits I've been wanting for a while, and that one's like $50. So you can definitely guess that's a little bit out of my it's not out of my price range, just out of my want range. Mainly because of the price. Because I mean, at $50, I might as well just get like get a pretty decent master grade. What's the next thing on the list? The last thing I have that's on my wish list. Oh, I tell you, like I have a lot of kits in the wish list. I have like I think 15 in total just on eBay. Or no, just on Gundam Planet. On eBay, I have like I think maybe 10 kits on the wish list, and then Amazon I have like 25 kits in the wish list. But these are just kind of like more of my immediate suits that I possibly will get at least sometime in the near future. But the next one is the Providence Gundam, the Master Grade. I honestly wasn't really feeling it at first. I kind of just like like I figured everyone's gonna be buying the Providence, so I decided like, hey, I really am not gonna go ahead and buy it because I don't know. I didn't want to go and just get another suit that every other person is gonna be getting and painting and customizing. It was essentially like the Barbados all over again. So I don't know. I just didn't buy into the hype. However, seeing a lot of people work on it, build it, even like just the straight builds, I think it looks pretty good, to be honest. Like, I never was a big Providence fan, but now that I've seen it built up, I'm like, hey, like that looks kind of good. So I think maybe eventually I'm gonna go ahead and and pretty much buy it. Not anytime soon. Maybe when I move to whatever next place I'm going to. Um, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it then. I always get worried every time I start cutting with the X-Acto knife because I'm like, I'm definitely gonna cut myself, but I haven't cut myself in a while. Now, the one thing with the suit, I really wanted to paint it, but I pretty much decided against it due to the fact that I can't paint it like how I normally paint kits, and that's by like pretty much cutting the piece out, like an entire like part. So like all this right here is the arm, and what I would do is I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. Shave it, make sure it's all pretty, clean it off, put them all in little alligator clips, and then go to town painting. Or I'll build up the parts that are like pretty much one cohesive unit that is like the same color, and I'll just paint all that together. But with this, I would have to like build the suit and then ensure that there's no like missing gaps or if there's any kind of like messed up parts or areas. I would have to fix it, and then I have to dismantle it and then paint it accordingly. And I don't know. I just didn't want to do that. Definitely a lot of work for a kit that I don't think is kind of worth it. Like it looks amazing. I'm not gonna say it's not looking amazing at all right now, but definitely didn't want to invest that much paint and energy into a kit that um, I really didn't think was worth it at this time. Now maybe in a future day, like in a distant time, maybe Bandai would actually make a master grade of it, but who knows, fam? Who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much all my wish list as far as immediate wish list. So I mean that's pretty much concludes what's in the cart as far as and also with like what's in the wish list. Um, Maybe I could talk about some other things like some more life kind of involving things. Um, let's see. So right now I'm still in Mississippi, as y'all can definitely guess. Um, in all honesty, like I don't really enjoy being in Mississippi because of the fact that it's not really where I want to be. Like I guess if I was in New Orleans, I would actually be pretty happy. Like if I first came out here to New Orleans, not like right now, but if I was coming out on recruiting duty and they said, hey, you're going to New Orleans or no, not Homa. Homa, I would be depressed. Like even though I'm like close to my mom, like there's nothing in Homa. It's a very boring place, especially for recruiting duty. But if they gave me New Orleans, I would actually be pretty happy with that because there's a couple of good hobby stores out there. So I really wouldn't be far away from Gundams and like in general. I'll be sad because I'll be missing out on a lot of my good friends that I have over here. Um, but going over to New Orleans, I think life would have been easier since I was more familiar with that area, and recruiting duty probably maybe would have been a little bit easier. Like that's a very big maybe, but I think life would have been a little bit easier out there in New Orleans for recruiting duty. Um, but since I'm not going to New Orleans, obviously, I only have between 4 months and 9 months out here, anywhere between that time frame. And man, these are gonna be like the hardest couple months, point blank period. I don't even know where I'm going. And normally, like if you have like about 7 months or so, I would say maybe like 6 months, you normally get to know where you're gonna be going. And I'm still trying to go to Japan. If I can get back to Iwakuni, that would be fantastic. But even if I can go to Okinawa, I'll be happy with Okinawa because Okinawa still has everything I want, even though it's not better than Iwakuni by like a long shot. It's still pretty decent. But yeah, right now I'm definitely trying to get Okinawa if possible, or anywhere in Japan. And if I can do that, what that means for y'all is y'all gonna get some way better content than what you're getting as of right now. Because I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I am trying to up my quality of videos. I mean, I'm even trying to get a what should I call it? I'm trying to get a new camera. I'm actually really trying to get a 4K camera. I found one for like $1,000, and if I can get a 4K camera for $1,000, oh my god, that would just be perfection all around. Right, time to put this bad boy together. Right. But yeah, definitely just trying to get stationed over in Japan like I was before, because um, when it comes to being stationed in like pretty much Eastern countries, I mean mainly like I'll probably say Korea, Japan, I think maybe even like Singapore or Philippines. You get kits like fast. I mean I can definitely speak for Japan since I was living there, and I mean when a kit was released, it was released immediately in Japan. I used to go every Friday to Yamada Denki, and I used to buy the kits I wanted. That's something I don't really have the pleasure for over here. It's like when a kit's released, it's kind of like it's months after, or maybe even just like a month after. Yeah, I don't think this part's fitting correctly. Try this again. Ooh, just gotta put a little elbow grease into it. Okay. Oh man, it's a tough piece to put together, but it is good. I'm gonna go ahead and shave the top part right here off. Alright, cool. But yeah, just trying to get to Japan because I want like Sachiko to pretty much be happy with it. I think if she's in Japan, she's gonna be thoroughly happy. I don't want to drag her around to other different states within the United States. I think she'll definitely be for one she'll be able to get like a job and pretty much have fun like getting a job and taking care of her things over here. She can visit her family like whenever she wants to. Don't really have to like buy a plane ticket or anything. I mean, if I'm in Okinawa, then yeah, but that's a cheap plane ticket. Like I think a couple $100 if that. There we go. One more push. But yeah, just trying to give her the opportunity to go out there and hang out with her folks and such. Alright, so that's one part of the arm done. Moving on to the next part. Oh, actually no, still gotta put this on. I think this goes right here. Yeah, there we go. Cool. Alright, so now that part's done. Alright. We got like 27 minutes, and then, or I'll probably just finish it once I finish this arm. Just keep it kind of a shorter live stream, just doing one little area. Cool, that's one part of the arm done right there. There we go. Also, this Friday, I'm doing a. Oh, so I did. Okay. Wait, what? This is kind of confusing. Okay. I think I might have done something wrong with this arm over here. Let me see. I'm gonna try and take apart this arm if I can. Just there we go. Yeah, actually, I didn't. I messed this part up. Let's see. So that part like that. This part goes right here. Okay. And then this part goes right there. This goes. Alright. So that was definitely a user error. I definitely messed up on that. Alright, we're cool now. Okay. Then put this right here, and then right here. Like a little minor gap in here. But let's see. Okay. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts on me moving to Japan? Is that something that y'all would like? Because if I go to Japan, then that definitely means that I'm pretty much just gonna be doing like Gundam reviews, a lot of Gundam reviews to be honest. Blogs, I'll be doing a hell of a lot of blogs while being over there. Piece will not stay in. And I do not know why. Alright, whatever. I'll fix it. I'll fix it off screen. Okay. This is gonna go in there. There we go. And then the last part, which is the hand. Not going in. And shave a little bit off. Alright, this should go on now. Ooh. That flew. There we go. It's right here. Still not. It's not going on. Alright. I might have to cut a little bit off. Cut a little bit of top. It should be good. Try it one more time. It's not going in. Yeah, kids outside swimming in the pool. Let's try. trying to shave off as much of this as possible because think the peg is just a little bit too big for the suit. And I don't have my my little grinder. I can always use a little sandpaper. Yeah, like the back piece goes in pretty well. Like I know I'm not doing this wrong. Well, maybe I am doing it wrong. Actually, it looks like I may be doing it wrong. Yeah, I think it was actually supposed to go this way. Yep. 100% was, I was putting it backwards. That's why. So I put all that work for nothing. Hey, what's up, Z3000? Yeah, the plastic quality, I mean, it's okay. I mean, 100% not Bandai quality because you can feel it and it feels like, I don't know, it feels like not, I don't know how to say it. Like it just does not have a very solid feel to it. Um, I think would just work like I mentioned in my previous video with the Ultron. If you just put work into the Gundam, like work into the model itself, it's gonna come out good. You just have to like really dedicate